pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. I was on a call the other day with this kid who wanted freedom. He said to me, Charlie, I will do anything to experience a life of freedom, to be able to wake up, do what I want, when I want, with no one telling me what to do. And I obviously said, okay, that's amazing, why do you want freedom? He obviously couldn't give me an answer, which shows that humans are massively flawed, but more to the point, he was listing all the things he didn't have. It went on and on. I don't have money, I don't have freedom, my parents are telling me I'm stupid, and maybe this is similar to the position that you're in right now. And I get it, I've been there before. I was once in school who wanted to experience this life so badly, yet I didn't have it. But you have to understand that where attention goes, energy flows. You don't have to be a genius to understand that. But this isn't some random theory or bullshit. Einstein said it himself. He said, match the frequency with the reality you want, and you can have anything you want in life. Now, I'm not just going to stop there and give you some brief explanation. I'm going to dive so deep that it's going to change your life. I'm going to try to explain this so simply a toddler or a child could understand it, because I know that you watching this need it laid out step by step. Okay, so to set an example, you know that one person who just has something about them. It's like you feel good when you're around them. They have that certain charisma. That is a person operating at a high frequency. And this is someone that people would love to do business with, which is ultimately what you are trying to do at the end of the day. You're simply getting a human to say yes to giving you money. And in order to do that, they need to like, know, and trust you. And it's very hard for them to like, know, and trust you when you're ungrateful and not appreciative of the things that you have. Therefore, making you operate at a low frequency. No one is going to buy from you if you're moaning and ungrateful. Now, being broke is painful, I get it. Staying the same is painful. Now, scaling is also painful. So what does this tell us? Well, life is painful regardless of where you're going to be. Therefore, we must learn to enjoy the moment. And it sounds so cliche, I get it, you've heard it before. But once again, I'm going to go deeper if you keep watching. It actually reminds me of a quote by the Stoics that said, death smiles at all of us. All we can do is smile back. Likewise, life is painful. All we can do is smile and try to find peace and joy in the chaos. And that is something that I personally have been learning to do. There is no point living a life of where you tell yourself you're going to be happy when you get to the end of it or when you achieve X amount, because I promise you, first of all, you won't be happy when you achieve that. Second of all, it's such a waste of a life if you're waiting to the end or you're waiting to X amount to experience the full, potential of how great life can be. I think Naval Ravikant said, if you can't find joy in a coffee, you're not going to find it on a yacht. And it is very true. But to really drill this home, here's why I actually love the fact that things are hard. And it's simply because 99% of people aren't going to do it. Right now, the time is literally 1:30 a.m. In fact, I don't have my phone. I was going to pull out my phone and show you, but it's 1:30 a.m. I'm making this YouTube video, but I love the fact that I'm tired and I don't want to do it, because this simply means that 99% of others won't do it. Meaning, if you can just detach from emotion and do the thing and be appreciative that the hard thing is the thing that's going to move you forward. Carl Jung said, where your fear is, there your task is. Right? But in summary, I love it because most people aren't going to do it. Therefore, when you do achieve success, it's going to feel so much greater. But going back to frequencies, because I really need you to understand this. Everything operates at a set frequency. Nothing rests, everything moves. Everything around us moves at a certain frequency. The Earth is in constant rotation. You have to understand this. Now, what is frequency, you may be wondering? Frequency is the number of occurrences of a repeating event per unit of time. Everything moves, nothing rests. Everything vibrates, nothing stays the same. So the people you look up to, who are literally living the life that you want, who have the freedom, who have the cars, not that I think that is something you should aspire to, because cars and luxury items only impress people who aren't playing the game. But nonetheless, right, the people that you look up to, they operate at a much higher frequency. They aren't worrying about the future. They aren't worrying about the money they're spending or losing money. They aren't hanging around negative people. And they definitely aren't ungrateful, nor were they ungrateful when they first started. Because here's something you have to understand. You have to become the person first before reality lets you have it. Now, let me repeat that. You have to become the person first, so someone who operates at a high frequency by doing the opposite of what I just mentioned, before reality will give it to you. But you may be wondering, Charlie, this is great and all, and I kind of understand what you're saying, but can you go deeper? Can you really explain how I can increase my frequency and achieve anything I want and become happy in the moment? So let's say you wanted to become successful fast, and I mean fast. The first thing is that it's probably not going to happen because you wanting it fast is you trying to chase success. And you will never, ever, ever chase your way to success. You have to let it come to you. You have to be the person that attracts the clients, who makes people want to work with you. Like what I said about earlier about that one person who's charismatic and makes you feel good around them. You need to be that person. By far the most important one. Bold action inspires momentum. Momentum allows you to spiral and experience the power of compounding. And Einstein said it himself, that compounding is the eighth wonder of the world. But let's slow down a second. How does this link to the title? How should you suffer optionally? Well, earlier I explained that everything in life is going to be painful. So I need you to smile now. And by smiling now and being grateful for what you have, you're much more likely to attract the life you want, the people you want, the clients you want, and everything you want. Please do not wait to the end or say to yourself that you're going to be happy when you make X amount, or you're going to be happy once you have a certain thing. Because, yeah, you won't be happy, and second of all, it's such a waste of a life. But the best part is by waking up, being grateful for what you have, you're more likely to see success a lot faster. By you being grateful and overall positive, regardless of what's happening, people are more likely going to want to work with you. 2 years ago, when I had nothing, right, I started with no clients in the exact same position as you, maybe worse, right, and I would book appointments, I wouldn't close those appointments, and then I'd become more needy to make money. And what that would do is make me enter a negative feedback loop. And each time I didn't close the appointment, I wanted the next appointment to close even more. And what that did was repel success away from me. Moral of the story is be grateful today, smile and find peace in the chaos, and become the person that others want to work with. You'll get success a lot quicker if you do this. So hopefully this helped. If you have any questions about it, just drop in the comments, I'll check them out. Like and subscribe because most of you aren't subscribed, and I would hate for you to miss future videos. So yeah, definitely subscribe. Follow me on Instagram if you want, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take it easy, and I'll put some videos up here that you can watch if you